Hi everyone, my name is Nora and I am going to be talking about a program called Every Monday Matters and how you can utilize some of the activities from Every Monday Matters every day in your lives to be able to think about how you matter, how people around you matter, and also how your community matters. So some of the things that we will talk about today are things such as taking care of ourselves and why that matters, and what kinds of things we can do to be able to help ourselves, but not also ourselves, but also others around us to understand why they matter. So this week we are going to be talking about something called taking ownership. And when we talk about taking ownership, we talk about how can we as individuals own our health, own how to make better decisions, own what it looks like to make better decisions, and what are we responsible for in that process. So one of the things that we can do is we can think about some of the things that we do to stay healthy. So exercise, I would say, would be one of my things if I have to list them. Taking care of my emotional well-being is another one. So how am I feeling? How do I talk to others about how I'm feeling, and how do I talk to myself about how I'm feeling is another thing. How do I eat healthy? What kinds of things do I do to make sure that the food that I put in my body is nourishment and that it helps me? Also, we talk about sleep. How do we stay healthy by getting enough sleep, getting enough rest, listening to our bodies when we're tired? Another thing might be, what do we do for ourselves that makes us feel good? What are some things that we can do to be active and moving and be able to feel good about what we're doing? Maybe it's drawing, maybe it's listening to music, maybe it's dancing. So there's a lot of different things that we can do. So I want you to make a list for yourself of 5 things that you think you could do to stay healthy and how you're going to practice those things. And then we are going to also come up with some creative ways to display those things. Okay, so now that you have your list, think about some things like, how does good health play a role in your life? Why do we want to be healthy? What things can we achieve by being healthy? For instance, when we're healthy and we're sleeping enough and we're exercising and we are taking care of our feelings and our emotions, what is the benefit? How does that make us feel? Well, studies show that if you get enough sleep and you are able to eat right and exercise, you're in a better mood. And so that helps you think clearer. It helps you understand your feelings better. It helps you to be around others and care for them if need to, and also be able to care for yourself. These are important things as we're growing and as our bodies are changing, and as things change in the world, that we're able to keep up with, because habits stay with us for a long time. And when we develop good habits, those good habits become ways that we can go back to when we're scared or confused or hurt, to be able to control and be able to feel good about ourselves. So good habits are very good for us to be able to keep going with and to keep ourselves active with. So I'm going to show you how I took some of my habits and turned them into a way to look at every morning when I get up and be able to see how I can take ownership and be able to access them whenever I'm not feeling good, or if I think of, I don't know, I don't want to do this today, or how do I make myself get out of bed and get moving along and do things I need to do to help everybody else around me. So I came up with a way you can do at home a new list. So my new list I made on my computer using something called Work Cloud. There's a lot of different apps out there that take words and they turn them into a cloud of different sizes and colors to kind of make them pretty and be able to use whenever you need to. You can do something like this in your own home. You can do it on a computer if you have access to one. You can do it on a cell phone, and there's apps on the phone that can make these. Or you can also just take a piece of paper, some crayons, and get really creative and come up with 10 to 20 words that you think are healthy habit words that will motivate you or things that you want to do. For instance, on mine, I put yoga because I like to do yoga. I put meditate. I put feelings because I want to make sure that I touch base with myself on my feelings. I put thoughtful because I want to make sure that I take time to be thoughtful to the people around me all day. I put fruit because I need to eat my fruit. Walk because that's a way I can take care of myself too, is take a quick walk. I also put draw because I love to draw when I'm feeling a little anxious or tired of doing some of the things that I have to do all day. I'll step aside and do a little drawing, even if it's a little just doodling on something. It just kind of helps me focus. Sometimes I like to dance, so there's a dance in there. But there's all kinds of things that you can put in yours. And I hope you come up with some really, really creative ways to do this. So I hope you will be able to go on your own, explore some of the things that you know make you accountable for your health, and you take ownership for your health and are able to focus on to stay healthy. The goals for this week again are to discover what it means to take personal responsibility and ownership for your health, which means taking account what kinds of things you can do to be healthy. What are the things that you have control over that you can do on your own to be healthy? But another thing that you could do to extend this a little further is, how can we as a family participate together and help each other stay on track? How can we as a family help each other to stay ahead of our health? What are some things that we can do together to be able to make sure that everybody's doing what they need to do? Maybe we create a big poster and put it up on the wall of all of the words that we can think of that remind us to stay healthy. And I would love to see some of those posters. So if you have a chance to send them into our Facebook page, that would be really cool to see what kinds of things you came up with. Have a wonderful week. You matter. Your health matters. And we are excited that you're going to be taking this journey with us. See you next week.